You know how we're like someone could be watching this to counter this shit? I'm watching this to counter the counter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a master manipulator. You feel me? Like, reverse slash counter every manipulation tactic in 8 minutes. All right, so this is like Pokemon. Whoa, wait, hold on. There's some new ones I haven't heard of. So, you know what I mean? I know about love bombing and gaslighting, guilt tripping and shit. But I didn't know about triangulation. That's a new one right there. I know about that one. Blame, I kind of know about that one. Stonewalling is something I do not know. But damn, let's learn about this. And love withdrawal.
Gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your own memory, feelings, or thoughts to manipulate you. They might say things
Chad, have you
like,
been gaslit?
that never happened.
I have.
You're too sensitive. You're overreacting. The goal is to confuse you until you start questioning your own reality. How to reverse gaslighting. 1. Agree with them sarcastically. Instead of arguing, agree in a way that highlights the absurdity of their statement. Example, them, I never said that. You, oh right, I must have imagined the whole conversation.
That's like low-key a white comeback though, but that should be effective though. So like, let's say hypothetically, your girl would be saying like, you're insecure. Oh yeah, so I'm insecure about you hanging out with another dude. Like, come on now. Like,
my memory is
oh yeah, all right,
so
you know what I mean?
Lately. 2. Write things down. Keep a record of conversations and agreements. When they try to deny something, you can reference your notes.
On some secret agent shit, bro. I fuck with this,
because
bro.
Last Tuesday, you said X1.
Wait, you know how we're like someone could be watching this to counter this shit? I'm watching this to counter the counter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a master manipulator. You feel me? Like, I'm a bad dude. Like, I'll be cheating and shit.
IZ. Do you remember that? 3. Stay calm.
I'm just kidding, bro. I don't condone cheating, bro.
Want you to react
don't cheat. I'm
Instead, respond with calm detachment. I'm confident in what I remember. We don't need to agree on.
Confidence is key.
4. Set boundaries. I'm not going to keep talking about this if you're denying what happened.
Okay, I feel like that one is the worst one though.
Instincts. If you feel
set boundaries might be the worst one because then like they can just like, you know, run laps around you still for real. Like, you know what I mean? If they know what they're doing, if they're like, they know they've been having prior experience of this.
Confused, that's a sign you might be gaslit. Step back and trust yourself. Guilt tripping.
Trust yourself, G.
Guilt tripping is when someone makes you feel guilty to manipulate you into doing something. They might say, after all I've done for you, if you really loved me, I guess I'll just have to do it myself.
Oh my god, that one. Ooh, that's crazy, bro. Ooh, oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks.
How to reverse guilt tripping. 1. Exaggerate playfully. By blowing the guilt trip out of proportion.
Yo, I don't know if this is bad or not, chat, because let me know down in the comments, chat, like if this is bad, like if I was in the wrong for the situation. I just thought about this situation like a long time ago. This girl I was talking to, this girl I was dating, I'm go cap. This girl I was dating was all like, I stop talking to everyone for you. I'm like, and I dead ass looked at her. I'm like, why would you do that? I've never told you to stop talking to people. Like, why would you do that? And then she just started like rolling up in balls and started like saying some crazy to me, like, you know me, trying to gaslight me or something. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? I've never told her day in my life. I've never told anybody a day in my life to stop talking to certain people. You know what I mean? Never, bro. Never, bro. That's just not the type of person I am.
You highlight how ridiculous.
It's not saying I don't get jealous, you know, because I'm human.
Then,
but
you missed my party.
I'm confident. I'm confident in myself. You know what I mean? Like,
you. Oh no. I guess I'm the worst friend in the world. Better cancel our friendship, huh? 2. Use calm detachment. Don't explain yourself or justify your actions. I understand you're upset, but I made the decision that's best for me.
That's a good counter.
Turn it into a question. This makes them confront their own behavior. Are you trying to make me feel guilty? 4. Set boundaries. I'm not responsible for how you feel about this. Don't reward guilt tripping. If they realize guilt doesn't work, they'll stop using it.
Set boundaries is a good one. Like, it's a good one. Like, it's a good universal solution to everything. But for some things, it's like it doesn't work as much because I feel like if someone's gaslighting you, it won't really work because they're like doing something.
When someone overwhelms you with attention, gifts, and affection.
Chat, have you ever been love bombed?
Dependence and control. They might constantly text and check in, getting upset if you don't respond immediately.
Oh my god.
At first,
dude, the most toxic shit I've ever been in was like me and this girl. We're talking on the phone, mind you. I barely know this girl. I think at that point, I think we were like on a break or some shit, like a school break, and I don't think I actually like talked to her like face to face. And we're on the phone, right? And this bitch tells me, "I love you." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm 15 years old at the time, so I'm like, "Damn, I don't know what to say." Like, I'm like, "Fuck it, I love you too," but I did not love her. I did not love her, dude.
Feels incredible.
But that shit, that whole like era with me and her, that shit was toxic as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
But before long, it turns into control.
I'm not gonna act
They
all
might
innocent
start
saying
making
I didn't do
you
no
feel
toxic shit.
guilty
Like
for
shit, I
wanting
did too, bro. Like
space
fuck it.
or spending
If
time with
you're in a toxic situation, you gonna be toxic. Like fuck G.
How to reverse love bombing.
That shit's
1.
scary though.
Stop responding immediately. Take longer to reply to texts and be less available. 2. Create emotional distance. Respond with neutral answers. That's nice. Cool. 3rd. Set limits. I need some time to myself this weekend. 4. Notice patterns. If their affection fades when you stop reacting, that's a red flag. 5. Avoid explaining yourself. If they demand to know why you need space, simply say, "I just need some time to recharge." Silent treatment. Silent treatment is when someone ignores you to make you feel anxious and guilty. It's emotional withdrawal.
I look, I've
designed
never
to
had this
punish
shit.
you.
No, I
They
ain't gonna
might.
lie. I'd have had this shit done with me. It's because I called my girlfriend at the time, bro, and she went on this whole pissy fit talking about some. What am I, your friend? I'm not. I thought I was your girlfriend. Why you call me bro? Like what the fuck?
Stop
Call me
answering calls
babe.
and
And she didn't
texts.
talk to me for like a
Act
whole day.
cold when you're around. Deny that anything is wrong.
Like, man, that bitch
How to
was tweaking. I
reverse
should have broke
silent
her
treatment.
right then and there.
1. Acknowledge it calmly.
Said she
I
made me
notice
eat my
you've
own
been
nut. That was a
quiet.
crazy experience
I'm here
too.
when you're ready to talk. 2. Don't chase them. If you act desperate for their attention, they'll feel in control. 3. Set boundaries. I'm not going to keep trying if you're not willing to communicate. Don't reward it. When they finally talk to you, don't act relieved. Keep your composure. Triangulation.
Oh, this is the one I was interested in.
Triangulation happens when someone brings a third person into the situation to create jealousy, conflict, or competition.
Oh my god. That bitch tried doing some shit like that to me, bro. That bitch tried doing some shit like that to me, bro. I remember there's this guy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that fool was like, he was like Mr. Bitches at my school, you feel me? Like, all the girls wanted him for some reason, even though that fool was low-key little chop. But I remember he was trying to get at my girl, like, my girl at the time. And, like, and then I think she wanted, it's because, like, she would try to make me jealous. Because when I tell y'all, like, I don't get jealous like that. Like, and if I get jealous, I really don't show it for real. But I really don't get jealous like that. And people take that, like, as a bad thing because they think you don't care. But in my mind, like, the reason why I don't get jealous is because I'm secure in myself. I'm secure of us. You feel me? That's what I think. The way I think about it. But I remember, like, she damn near forced me to force her to block him. It was such a weird situation because she just kept up bringing up his name. I'm like, okay, like, I honestly did not give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? And I told him, like, oh, why do you keep him, like, bringing him up, like, as one should, you know? She's like, it's because I'm trying to make you jealous. She should have told me I'm trying to make you jealous. And I'm like, because I feel like you don't care about me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I do care about you, but I just don't get jealous like that. It's like, oh, if you cared about me, you'd make me block him. I'm like, I'm not gonna make you do that. Like, that's up to you if you want to do that shit or not. And she's like, oh, so you don't care about me? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, bitch? I said I just do. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so you don't care about me? And she's dead ass, like, she did not like talk to me. She like, we were on the FaceTime call. She went muttered, like, she muttered herself for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, I'm done with this bullshit. And I said, like, you know what, you can go ahead and block him. Like, you know what I mean? Go block him for me. It's like, she was like, yay, she got all happy and shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? This bitch a psychopath.
They might say, Sarah agrees with me. John
it was crazy as fuck, bro.
like
but
this.
we were jits too. Like,
to
we were mad young, so I can't be too harsh. You know what I mean?
And he thinks.
But still, though, that shit's
overreacting.
crazy, though.
How to reverse triangulation? 1. Refuse to engage. That's between you and Sarah. It's not my business. 2. Avoid comparisons. If they say, John wouldn't treat me this way, say, well, I'm not John. 3. Stay calm and detached. I'm not interested in discussing other people's opinions. 4.
Fuck Mark.
Hold your position. Don't change your stance just because someone else is
Yeah,
allegedly
be confident in
involved.
yourself. That's the main
Manipulation
thing.
projection. It's when a manipulator shifts blame by accusing
You're a
the
liar. I
victim
never
of
did
being
that.
manipulative to
Wait, this-
avoid responsibility.
You are a liar. Wait, so is it like this could be like another evolution of gaslighting, though? It kinda sounds like gaslighting.
Feel guilty or confused. They might cheat and accuse you of cheating. lie,
Oh my
and call
God.
you dishonest. How to reverse manipulation projection. 1. Stay calm. If you react emotionally, they'll gain control. 2. State the truth directly. That's not true, and you know it. 3. Avoid defending yourself. I don't need to explain myself.
Like that's a
4.
thing though. Like
Set
bro,
boundaries.
these people will really try doing shit like that. Like, cause I've had like girls say like, oh you got hoes and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm ugly as fuck. I'm chopped cheese, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know why you think I got hoes. And it turns out they were talking like 2 or 3 different dudes at the same time. Like, hey, fuck it though. Like, hey, we take L sometimes. I just gotta take that shit to the chin and keep up pushing. But it's funny though, cause they were saying, ooh, you got hoes, and they were the one with the hoes. So
I'm not going to accept false
usually if
accusations. 5.
someone
Call it out
trying
calmly.
to what's it
It
called?
seems like you're
Say you're
projecting.
doing something,
Let's
they're probably
talk
doing
about
it.
the real issue. Blame shifting. Blame shifting happens when someone avoids
Real shit.
responsibility by blaming you. They might say, you made me do this. If you hadn't said that, I wouldn't have reacted that way. How to reverse blame
I've been doing this shit.
1. Refuse.
I've done this shit a couple times. Like, well, God, not to like a girlfriend or nothing, but just with the homies. I'm like, bro, if we didn't do fuck, like maybe on Fortnite or some shit.
I'm not responsible for your choices. 2nd, stay calm. I'd like to focus on finding a solution, not pointing fingers. 3, hold them accountable. Your reaction is your responsibility, not mine. Point out the pattern. You always seem to blame me when something goes wrong. Playing the victim. Playing the victim is when someone makes themselves look helpless to avoid accountability for their wrongdoing. They might say, I can't believe you treat me like this. You're being so unfair to me. How to reverse
I
playing
I used to do this shit when I was little, bro. I ain't gonna cap. When I was like a little kid, until one day I remember I threw a ball somewhere and I like low key started like acting like a bitch. You know what I mean? Not trying to go get it or nothing like that. And my sister, she was older than me. She's like, why you always play the victim? And that, like, I'm gonna lie, that made that did a shift in my brain. We're like, nah, I gotta start being more like responsible and shit. You feel me?
1. Don't justify yourself. I'm sorry you feel that way, but this is my decision.
That shit
2.
like hit something in my brain
engaging
for real.
Emotionally. Respond with neutral statements like,
I used to be a
interesting.
crybaby
3.
ass fool though. I
Hold
ain't
them
gonna cap.
accountable. I need you to take responsibility for your
I was a
actions.
little crybaby.
Stonewalling. Intentionally ignoring someone during an argument or conversation is often a way to control the situation or avoid
Silent treatment though.
conflict. While some people use it to avoid arguments, narcissists may use it to manipulate and gain control. How to reverse stonewalling. 1. Call it out. It feels like you've shut down. Can we talk about this? 2. Give them space. Let me know when you're ready to talk. 3.
This is just like
Set communication boundaries. I need open communication in this relationship. Love withdrawal.
I feel like a lot of
Withholding
these are
love
like kind of like similar. You know what I mean? Like they're like evolution lines, like on some Pokemon shit. You feel me?
is a way people try to emotionally manipulate others by controlling affection and attention. It happens when someone intentionally stops showing love or care until the other person gives in to their demands or behaves the way they want. How to reverse love withdrawal. 1. Step back and stay calm. Don't chase them or beg for attention.
I ain't gonna lie, this some shit my mom always taught me. I ain't gonna cap. Like, shout out to my mom. I ain't gonna lie. She was probably like on some demon time back in her day, but she always told me like, hey, don't ever chase for like, don't ever beg for nobody's love. Don't ever like, you know how Duke Dennis be saying, if he wasn't invited, don't ask to go. That's some shit my mom would always tell me. Like, hey, if somebody doesn't invite you to your birthday party, to their birthday party, don't ask to go. Just be like, oh, it's cool. You know, just live. You'll have more friends in the future. You know what I mean?
Power. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that their silence.
Hey, shout out to
is
my
about
moms
them.
though, cause she really taught me how to like be like independent for real. You know what I mean? She kind of taught me how to like the way the pieces of advice she would randomly like. We can be chilling, you know what I mean, eating popcorn or some real shit, and then she would just randomly drop some like fucking some real ass shit on my shit, like on my ass. You know what I mean?
Not your worth. 2. Don't over apologize or over explain. If you didn't do anything wrong, don't apologize just to fix things. You're not responsible for their emotional regulation. They are. Protect your emotional boundaries. I'm not comfortable with being shut out like this. If they refuse to engage or keep withdrawing, that's a sign of emotional immaturity or manipulation.
Manipulation nation.
5. Don't reward the behavior. If they break the silence without addressing the issue, avoid acting like nothing happened. Let them know that healthy communication is important to you.
Hey, bro. Hey, whoever needed this shit for real. Hey, like, hey, some good advice. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some good advice. You know what I mean? Be careful out there with the toxic couples and shit. And if you're toxic, hey, that you might need to reevaluate yourself. I'm just telling y'all right now, toxic being in a toxic relationship is not it, bro. Like, cause I've been in one before. Like that shit is not it, chat. Like I'm telling you from personal experience. I don't know why we as people romanticize it so much. Like you know what I mean? But it really isn't it. Like, cause that shit, like I ain't gonna cap. That shit let me traumatized for like a long time, bro. That shit dead ass. Like maybe like in the future, shit. Once I move away from where I live right now, I'm gonna drop like a real story time, like an hour long segment, bro. Maybe an hour and a half long segment. My fucking toxic ass relationship, bros.